Hello. If you keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners, or you've just come out of a relationship breakup and you're trying to make sense of it all, this is for you. Because the truth is, most people rush straight into trying to fix their next relationship before they've even understood what just happened in the last one. And that's exactly how the same pattern repeats. So let's slow this right down. I'm Heather, and I work with clients who are done with the cycle of heartbreak, confusion, and relationships that almost work but never fully land. People who are often incredibly capable in life, but in love feel like they lose themselves, second guess everything, and end up asking, why does this keep happening to me? And maybe that's where you are right now. You might be in the middle of a breakup, or just coming out of one, or sitting in that strange in-between space where it's ended, but you're still emotionally in it. And I want to say this really clearly. This is not the time to rush into the next relationship. This is the time to come back to yourself. Because what most people don't realise is this. If you don't understand the pattern that created the last relationship, you don't actually change the outcome of the next one. You just get a different face with the same emotional experience. So let's talk about what this actually looks like. You meet someone, and at first it feels promising. There's chemistry, connection, a sense of possibility, and then slowly something shifts. They become inconsistent, emotionally distant, hard to read, or just not fully available in the way that you need. And instead of walking away, you start adjusting yourself. You become more patient, more understanding, more flexible. You overthink, you analyse, you try to get it right. And somewhere along the way, you start abandoning yourself just to keep the connection alive. And then it ends. And you're left not just grieving the person, but questioning yourself. What did I do wrong? Why do I always pick the same type? Will I ever get this right? But here's the deeper truth. This isn't about choosing the wrong people. This is about what part of you feels familiar in inconsistency. Because for many people, emotional inconsistency doesn't feel like a red flag at first. It feels like chemistry. It feels like excitement. It feels like something to solve, something to earn, something to win. And that's where the pattern begins. So if you've been through a breakup recently, this is your moment of power, not moment to replace what you've lost. Because the real work is not finding someone new, it's understanding, why did I tolerate what didn't feel good for me? Why did I override my own intuition? Why did I stay when I was already feeling unseen? And when you start working on that level, everything changes because you stop chasing clarity from someone else. You stop overgiving to be chosen. You stop confusing intensity with love. And you start coming back into yourself, into self-trust, into emotional clarity, into real standards that don't collapse the moment you feel lonely. And from that place, relationships don't feel like anxiety anymore. They feel calm, consistent, safe, mutual. So if you are in that space right now, whether you're in the middle of a breakup or just coming out of one, this is your invitation to pause. Not to shut love down, but to stop repeating what broke you in the first place. Because if you don't change the pattern continues. And you don't need another relationship to fix this. You need you back. And if this is speaking to you, I am currently taking on a small number of clarity calls right now. And on these calls, we look at exactly what has been running your relationship patterns and where you've been getting stuck and what needs to shift so you can finally move forward without repeating the same cycle again. Now, I only have space for a couple more clients right now, so if you feel ready to stop going round in circles and actually do something different, the link is either in the comments below or it's in my bio in the link tree. And you don't need to rush into love. You need to come home to yourself first. And from there, everything else changes.